Have you ever felt like the odds are stacked against you, like your dreams are too big, your path too uncertain? Let me remind you of something powerful. You were chosen, not because of your perfection, but because of your purpose. The Creator of the universe has placed greatness within you, and His plans for you are unstoppable. When God chooses you, no failure is found. The world may doubt you, but God doesn't make mistakes. You are equipped with everything you need to succeed, not by your strength, but by His grace. Stay until the end of this video to uncover the 3 life-changing principles that will help you rise above every challenge and fulfill your destiny. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Now let's dive in. Life often feels like a storm. The winds of doubt, fear, and uncertainty can leave us questioning our direction. But let this truth anchor your soul. God's assurance is unwavering, and His promises never fail. When you're walking through valleys of darkness, it's easy to believe you're alone. Yet God's presence is a constant light, guiding you forward. His assurance doesn't mean a life without challenges. It means He equips you to face them with courage. Every setback, every disappointment is a setup for something greater. God doesn't waste your pain. He transforms it into purpose. Remember this. He has a plan uniquely designed for you. When you feel unworthy or overwhelmed, trust that God sees your potential, not your past. He doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. His assurance is the steady voice reminding you that you are enough because I am with you. God's promises aren't just words, they're action. He strengthens the weak, lifts the broken, and multiplies the little you have into more than enough. You might think your situation is impossible, but with God, nothing is beyond His power. You're not here by accident. Every step you take is guided by divine purpose. Even when the path is unclear, trust that God is working behind the scenes for your good. His assurance means you can stand tall even in the face of adversity, knowing you're never fighting alone. Hold on to His promises and believe in the extraordinary story He's writing through your life. Your journey isn't over, it's just beginning. Let God's assurance fill you with peace, strength, and unshakable hope. When life feels overwhelming and challenges appear insurmountable, remember this unshakable truth. Nothing is too hard for God. No obstacle, no heartbreak, no failure is beyond His ability to overcome. He specializes in doing the impossible, turning the broken pieces of our lives into a masterpiece of His glory. Think of the mountains you've faced, the moments you felt there was no way forward, yet here you are. That's not luck, that's the power of God at work in your life. He parts seas where there seemed to be none, and He turns deserts into streams. What seems impossible to us is simply an opportunity for God to show His limitless power. Our struggles often feel like they'll break us, but God uses them to build us. He takes our smallest faith as tiny as a mustard seed, and moves mountains with it. The same God who created the universe is the same God fighting for you. Your battles aren't yours alone. They belong to Him, and He's never lost a single one. Don't limit God with your doubts or fears. Instead, lean into His promises. He declares that nothing is impossible for those who believe. When you surrender your worries and trust in His timing, you invite miracles into your life. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for God to prove His faithfulness. Whether it's healing, restoration, or provision, He can do far more than you can ask or imagine. Stop telling God how big your problems are and start telling your problems how big your God is. No matter how difficult the road ahead looks, remember the Creator of the heavens and the earth is on your side. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is too hard for Him. Worry is a thief. It robs you of peace, joy, and strength. It whispers lies, telling you that the future is uncertain and that you're on your own. But let me tell you something, you are not alone. God sees every tear, hears every sigh, and knows every fear in your heart. He doesn't just watch from a distance. He steps into your storm and calms the waves. When you worry, it's easy to feel stuck, like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. But the truth is that weight was never meant to be yours. God asks us to cast our burdens on Him because He cares for us. When you trust Him, you exchange your anxiety for His peace, a peace that surpasses all understanding. Think of the birds in the sky. They don't plant, harvest, or store food in barns, yet God feeds them every day. How much more will He care for you? You are worth infinitely more to Him than all creation. Worrying won't add a single hour to your life, but trusting God can transform it. Faith isn't the absence of uncertainty. It's choosing to trust in the midst of it. It's believing that God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for your good, even when you can't see it yet. Your worries are no match for His promises. So when fear creeps in, replace it with faith. When doubt takes hold, anchor yourself in His word. God's plans for you are good, and He will never let you down. Let go of the fear. Lean into His promises and watch how trust can turn worry into wonder. When life feels silent, when your prayers seem to echo unanswered, it's tempting to believe that nothing is happening. But the truth is, God is always at work, even when you can't see it. Like the roots of a tree growing deep underground, His plans for your life are unfolding in ways far beyond your understanding. Every moment of waiting, every unanswered question is part of His divine choreography. God is not idle. He's aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities to bring His promises to life. Sometimes the quiet seasons are when He's preparing something extraordinary for you. Imagine an artist creating a masterpiece. The process may not make sense at first, but when the final strokes are added, it takes your breath away. In the Bible, Joseph waited years in prison before he was elevated to power. David tended sheep long before he became king. Esther lived in obscurity before God used her to save a nation. Behind every delay was divine preparation. What seemed like inactivity was actually God orchestrating His perfect timing. Trusting in God's unseen work requires faith, but it also brings peace. When you understand that He is never late, never unprepared, and always in control, you can rest in His promises. His ways are higher, His vision is clearer, and His love for you is unfailing. So don't lose heart when life feels uncertain. God is writing your story with care, weaving together every detail for a purpose greater than you can imagine. While you're waiting, He's working. While you're doubting, He's delivering. Trust that His unseen hand is crafting something beautiful just for you. Have you ever faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable? A situation so daunting that you couldn't see a way out? That's when God steps in. He specializes in doing what no one else can, turning impossibilities into undeniable victories. Throughout history, God has proven that nothing is too difficult for Him. When Moses stood before the Red Sea with the Egyptian army in pursuit, it seemed like the end. But God parted the waters, creating a path of deliverance. When Sarah laughed at the thought of bearing a child in her old age, God fulfilled His promise, and Isaac was born. Time and again, God demonstrates that He operates beyond human limitations. The same God who moved mountains then is the God who moves mountains now. Your obstacles, no matter how overwhelming, are no match for His power. He doesn't see barriers. He sees opportunities to reveal His glory. Your impossible is the perfect stage for Him to work a miracle. But miracles require faith. When you step out in belief, even when the odds are stacked against you, you create space for God to move. Faith is not about seeing the solution. It's about trusting the one who holds the solution. It's about believing that the God who raised the dead, healed the sick, and calmed the storm will intervene in your life as well. So when doubt creeps in, remember this: God's power is infinite, His wisdom unparalleled, and His love for you boundless. Hold on to His promises, because with God the impossible isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Whatever mountain you face today, trust that He will make a way where there seems to be none. Your breakthrough is coming. In a world full of uncertainties, trusting God unconditionally can feel like stepping into the unknown without a safety net. But here's the truth: when you trust Him with your whole heart, you're never stepping into the unknown. You're stepping into His promises. Trusting God isn't about understanding every detail of His plan. It's about knowing His character. He is faithful, good, and unchanging. Even when life seems chaotic, He remains in control. Think about a child holding their parent's hand. There's no worry about the path ahead because they know they are safe. That's the kind of trust God invites you to have in Him. But trust is tested in the waiting, in the moments when prayers seem unanswered or doors appear closed. It's easy to doubt during these times, but remember this: God's delays are not His denials. He is orchestrating something greater than you can imagine, and His timing is always perfect. He sees what you cannot and is preparing you for blessings beyond what you've asked for. Unwavering trust means surrendering your fears, doubts, and need for control. It's saying, God, I don't see the full picture, but I trust you because I know you see it all. It's in these moments of surrender that your faith grows and His power is revealed. So today, choose to trust Him, not just with the easy parts of your life, but with the challenges, the uncertainties, and the dreams you hold close. Lean into His wisdom, rest in His promises, and let go of the urge to figure it all out. When you trust God unconditionally, you'll find that His plans for you are far better than anything you could have designed for yourself. Challenges are not barriers. They are stepping stones to a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. Life's toughest moments often teach the greatest lessons, and it is through the fires of difficulty that you are refined into your best self. When hardships come, it's easy to ask, why me? But the better question is, what is this teaching me? Every challenge carries within it the seeds of growth. Perhaps you are learning patience in a season of waiting, courage in the face of fear, or perseverance when the odds are stacked against you. These lessons, though painful, shape you into someone stronger and more equipped to fulfill your purpose. God doesn't waste your pain. Every trial you face has a purpose, even when it's hard to see. He uses these moments to strengthen your character and deepen your faith. Just as a diamond is formed under pressure and gold is purified in the fire, you are being refined to shine brighter and reflect His glory. Embrace challenges as opportunities. Instead of running from them, lean into them with courage and faith. Trust that God is walking with you through every storm, equipping you with the wisdom and strength you need. Remember, growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. It happens when you step into the unknown and allow God to lead the way. When you come out on the other side of a challenge, you'll realize you're not the same person who started the journey. You're stronger, more compassionate, and more aligned with God's plan for your life. So the next time life throws you a curveball, face it with faith. Learn, grow, and become the person God created you to be, one step, one lesson, and one victory at a time. Fear is a powerful emotion, but it doesn't have to define you or dictate your choices. It whispers doubts, magnifies challenges, and paralyzes progress. But remember this, fear is not from God. He has given you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind, never of fear. When fear arises, it's often because we're focusing on what could go wrong instead of trusting in what God can make right. Fear thrives in uncertainty, but so does faith. The key is to shift your focus from your limitations to God's limitless power. With Him, there's no obstacle too great, no situation too dire, and no dream too impossible. Think about this. The moments you've been most proud of in life likely came after you pushed past fear, whether it was stepping out of your comfort zone, speaking up when it was easier to stay silent, or taking a leap of faith into the unknown. You grew because you didn't let fear win. Every time you face your fears head on, you weaken their hold on you and strengthen your trust in God. Fear will always try to make an appearance, but it doesn't have to take center stage. When you feel it creeping in, remind yourself of God's promises. He is with you, guiding your steps and preparing the way ahead. Fear may try to knock you down, but God will lift you higher. Today, choose courage over fear. Take that step, speak that truth, and chase that dream. You were created for a purpose, and fear has no place in your story. Trust God, take the leap, and watch as He turns your greatest fears into your greatest victories. You are braver than you believe and stronger than you imagine. Keep moving forward. Faith is not passive. It's an active, living force that calls you to move, to step out, and to trust even when the path ahead is unclear. True faith isn't about standing still and waiting for life to unfold. It's about taking bold, determined action while believing that God is guiding every step. Faith in action means doing your part while trusting God to do His. It's planting seeds even when the ground seems barren, knowing that the harvest will come in its season. It's stepping into opportunities that seem beyond your abilities, confident that God will equip you with what you need. Faith doesn't eliminate effort, it amplifies it, turning your smallest actions into significant victories. Perseverance is faith's partner. It's easy to trust when things go smoothly, but faith shines brightest in the face of challenges. When doors close, when progress slows, and when setbacks seem overwhelming, perseverance reminds you to keep moving forward. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a declaration of trust in God's plan. Think of the greatest stories of triumph. They weren't written in moments of ease, but in seasons of perseverance. Faithful action paired with unwavering persistence turns dreams into reality and challenges into testimonies of victory. When you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Remind yourself of the promises God has placed in your heart and the purpose He has for your life. Trust that He's working even when you can't see the results yet. So act with faith and persist with courage. Each day you move forward, you're stepping closer to the fulfillment of God's promises. Your journey is a testament to His power, and your perseverance is a reflection of His unwavering love. Keep going. You're closer than you think. Adversity is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of transformation. It's in the toughest moments that your character is forged, your strength is tested, and your faith is solidified. Challenges aren't meant to break you. They're meant to build you into the person you were created to be. When life feels like a storm, remember that even the strongest winds can't uproot a tree with deep roots. Are you ready? Let adversity push you to dig deeper into your faith, to stand firmer in your belief that God is with you every step of the way. Hardship is temporary, but the lessons it teaches and the growth it inspires are eternal. Overcoming adversity requires perspective. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, look for what's possible. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Every setback carries within it the seed of a comeback. Every obstacle is an opportunity to rise above and prove to yourself just how resilient you are. Don't face adversity alone. Lean on God, who promises to never leave or forsake you. Lean on your support system, friends, family, or mentors, who can remind you of your strength when you feel weak. You don't have to carry the weight alone. Adversity doesn't define you. Your response to it does. Face it with courage, embrace it with grace, and conquer it with unwavering determination. The path may be steep, but the view from the top will be worth it. God's plans for you are greater than any obstacle in your way, and His strength will carry you through. Keep moving forward. The storm will pass, the pain will fade, and you will emerge stronger, wiser, and ready for the blessings that await you. You are an overcomer. Believe it, live it. Living a fulfilled life doesn't mean the absence of challenges, but the presence of purpose. God has a unique plan for your life, one intricately woven with intention and love. To live fully in His plan is to embrace each moment with faith, knowing that every step, whether smooth or rocky, is guided by His hand. Your life is not a random series of events. It is a masterpiece in the making. Trust that God's design is far greater than anything you could imagine. When things don't go as you hoped, it's not a detour, it's part of a divine strategy. Let go of the need to control every outcome and instead surrender to His timing. His plans are never late, never flawed, and always filled with hope and a future. Living in God's plan means walking with courage and intention. Pursue the dreams He has placed in your heart, knowing that He equips you with the strength to achieve them. Stop comparing your journey to others. Your path is unique, designed for you alone. When you focus on His purpose for your life, you'll find contentment even in seasons of waiting. To live fully is also to love fully, share kindness, extend grace, and be a light in the lives of others. God's plan for you isn't just about personal success. It's about impact. Let your life reflect His goodness so others are drawn to the same source of hope and love. Step into each day with boldness, knowing that you are walking within a plan that is perfect in its complexity and beautiful in its execution. Trust God completely, and you'll find the fulfillment you've been seeking, not in what the world offers, but in the divine destiny He has prepared for you. As we reflect on the journey of faith, one truth becomes clear. Life's challenges are not roadblocks, but stepping stones leading us closer to the purpose God has prepared for us. Through every high and low, every moment of doubt, and every season of waiting, His love remains steadfast, His promises unshakable. God doesn't just call us to exist, He calls us to thrive in His purpose. When we choose to trust His plan, even when the path seems uncertain, we open ourselves to growth, transformation, and blessings beyond measure. His ways are higher than ours, His timing perfect, and His grace sufficient for every step we take. So take heart and move forward with faith. Let go of fear, embrace the lessons in every challenge, and step boldly into the life He's designed for you. Remember, you are not alone. God is with you, working behind the scenes, turning impossibilities into realities. Live each day as a testament to His goodness, trusting that your life in His hands is a masterpiece in progress. The best is yet to come, and with God leading the way, you are unstoppable. Trust the journey, trust His plan, and walk boldly into your divine destiny.